Hello and welcome to this episode of Creating with Howcraft. My name is Denise Yezbak Moore with howcraftcollection.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create my rip-tied bracelet. The tools and supplies you will need to create this bracelet are round nose pliers, wire cutters, chain nose pliers. Our howcraftcollection.com beads include a freshwater pearl, potato shaped 7 to 8 millimeters. These are shells that are rectangle. We have an AB coated shell lentil. These are mother of pearl shell nuggets, mother of pearl rondelles, a shell loop, a mother of pearl moon, and we will need eye pins, a head pin, a 8mm jump ring, 6mm jump ring, and a lobster clasp. A complete list of the jewelry making supplies and beads, along with printable PDF instructions, can be found on howcraftcollection.com. Search rip-tied bracelet. The skill we will use today to create this bracelet are simple loops. So let's get ready. We are going to grab an eye pin and we're going to string our freshwater pearl down, and we are going to bend that wire to the side. We're going to come over and we're going to trim off that little end. Now you're going to grab your round nose pliers. You're going to place it right there at the end. And we are just going to roll the wire towards us to form a simple loop. We're going to grab another eye pin and our rectangle shell. And we're just going to string that down. And I'm going to turn this to this side and bend the wire this way. I hold it, I come back in, trim off that little end, and we are going to form a simple loop. And we are just rolling that wire towards us, and we're actually twisting our wrist a little bit as we roll to form the simple loop. Your loops should always be facing the same way. If your loop comes out like this, it's an easy fix. Grab your pliers, give it a little twist, and now our loops are facing the same way. Now we're going to open our simple loop end, and we are going to attach our freshwater pearl, come back in and close the loop. Just grab my AB coated shell lentil, and I'm grabbing another eye pin, and we are going to string it down, bend the wire, come back in, trim off that little end, grab our round nose pliers, and we're twisting our wrist, rolling the wire towards us. Now I'm going to open this loop, bring it over to the end, attach, and close. In order to save time, I already completed a couple of simple loops. This is the mother of pearl shell nuggets. We're just going to come back in and we're going to open, attach, and close that loop, and you can see we have a chain going. Now we're going to create our mother of pearl rondelle loops. I already created one in order to save time. So we're just going to string 5 of those rondelles down, we're going to bend our wire. We're going to come over right about there, trim that little end, and we're going to place our round nose pliers right about there. If you place them here, your loops will be very small. If you move them over here, your loops will be very big. I want mine right about here. And we're twisting our wrist, rolling the wire towards us. You can always come back in and make a little adjustment. Let's make sure those loops are facing the same way. Give it a little twist. We're going to be attaching a jump ring, and in order to attach that jump ring for it to hang properly on the bracelet, we're going to come back in and we're going to give the loop a bend. So it's kind of going in on both sides. So see how it's bent? Let's grab our other one that I already created. We're going to come back in and we're just bending it. Flip it over. And we're bending. And they're going to be attached so that the bends face each other. Now we're going to pick up our jump ring. This is how you open and close a jump ring. So we're just going to open it and we're going to attach one. And we want the loops, the bend facing towards each other. And we're attaching it there. And then we're going to come over, open it on that side, come back in, and close our loop. Picking up another 6mm jump ring, open. We never want to pull it apart. So we're going to open it, and we're going to grab this side and this side. And we are going to close that loop. I already created our little AB coated shell lentil, so we're just going to come back in, open that one, and we are going to attach it and close that loop. And I also created the other rectangle. Let's flip it around. We're going to open that loop, come back in, attach, and close the loop. Now we're grabbing our shell loop. They have holes drilled on each side. So we're going to take a head pin and we're going to string it through the center. And we're going to pass that through. And then we're going to bend it down. So it's nice and tight up against that bead. We're going to come back in, trim off that little end, and then we're going to grab our round nose pliers, place it right there, and we are just rolling the wire towards us to form a loop. Grab my second head pin, stringing it through the center, making sure the head of the pin is nice and tight. We're going to bend our wire down, grabbing our wire cutters. We're going to trim that little end, round nose pliers, right about there. And we are just rolling the wire towards us to form our simple loop. So let's open the loop and grab our 8mm jump ring. And we're just going to attach it and close that loop. And then we're going to flip it to the other side. And we are going to open that loop, find the end of the chain, attach, and close the loop. To the other side of the bracelet, we are just going to open that loop, grab our lobster clasp, attach it, and close the loop. Our last step is to add this cute little mother of pearl moon. So I just grabbed a head pin and we're going to string the moon down and we're going to bend the wire this way. We're going to come back in, trim off that little end, and grab our round nose pliers, and we are just rolling the wire towards us to form our loop. We're going to come back in and we're going to open that loop, come over to the 8mm jump ring, attach, and close the loop. And there you have it, how to create my rip-tied bracelet. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe at Howcraft USA. Follow us on Instagram at Howcraft Collection Beads. Be sure to visit howcraftcollection.com for more inspirational DIY projects and for all your jewelry making needs. New beads are added weekly, and each week howcraftcollection.com features an amazing new sale. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.